Hello and welcome back to Derail Valley. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. It has been a couple of weeks, I think, since I last recorded Derail Valley. That seems to be the norm for everything I do, apparently. It's always I'll record a few, then I'll wait a couple of weeks, then I'll record a few more. But unfortunately, time is something that I do not have the luxury of. Speaking of time, it is quite early in the morning today at the harbour and town where I currently am. Today's job is going to be from the harbour and town over to Forest Central. Now, I believe I've been to the Forest Central once before, and it was before this route existed, before this oil refinery existed, and before this spur out here existed, or this branch out here. So you would go into the Forest Central, and that would be it. And there was no Forest South, I believe, at that time. It was just Forest Central, and that was end of line. So this is going to be interesting, because it is the first time that I'm going there in Derail Valley Simulator, I suppose. The journey today is, well, that is the map. That would have helped. The journey today is going to be delivering this, which is some forestry trailers. So Harbour Town to Forest Central. I have no idea where these trailers are. I'm going to have to go look for them. Pretty light, pretty good value. So this is the sort of thing that I'm looking for with my current locomotive. Of course, I'm going to have to pull the locomotive out of the roundhouse, bring it to wherever this is, and then get on with the journey. All of that will be happening hopefully in a single video, and then perhaps in the next video I'll do some shunting with it. Somebody left a comment. I still have to respond to that comment, but I might as well here. I do know about the shunting and being able to shunt a job straight after delivering it. In fact, I have done that on a number of occasions. The one thing I did not know that you did comment on was the fact that if a speed limit is only decreasing by 10 kilometers per hour, it does not have the downward arrow on prior to it. So I did not know that. It is really good information to have. So at least I have an idea of how low the speed limit will be going, or what the drop in speed limit will be roughly, without having to worry too much about it. So anyway, let's get started. Let's go find where this is to start with, and also get my locomotive out, get it hooked up, and get over to the Forest Central for the first time. Well, actually just the first time in Derail Valley Simulator. Okay, doing some scouting. I'm going to guess it is going to be somewhere here. This seems like a logical place to have them. This is not. Okay, this is not the logical place. Perhaps over here? Well, this not here. Over here. Oh, that's a shop. There it is. I see them. This looks like the one. HB Harbour and Town Freight Hall 49. That is the one. Good. Okay, so this should not be all too difficult to get my locomotive over to. That is correct. That is correct. That is wrong. That looks correct. So I'm just following this lot along at the moment, all the way around. And that is where I need to be, and there is the roundhouse. Good. Okay. So as long as my locomotive is facing the right direction, it is not. So the first thing I'm going to have to do is turn this locomotive around. So I'll go ahead and do that. Pop it in reverse. If I can remember how to do that. There we go. And we'll just back it up and turn this turntable around all the way. Am I off the front? Yes, I am, just. Now, for speed, I can do this, and then to fine-tune, as I've found out, I can use this bar that you are just about to see. That bar, swinging into view, and out of view, and back into, and back out of view. So that's really useful. Okay. Well, I guess I don't need to use the bar. That was surprisingly good. Let's put some front and rear lights on, pop this into forward, off the brakes, and let's start creeping forward. Now, whilst I'm doing that, thought I would show you the route that I am planning to take. And the route that I'm planning to take, if I just pop this down very carefully on here, it's not too bad. Right. So I'm actually planning to go this way, through the city south and then up through there. And the reason for that is I think this is quite twisty and slow. I think this is going to be a faster route overall. I'm not entirely certain, but that is just what I am thinking. Now, as I said, I might be wrong, or I might end up going the wrong way because I've never been through this section. So I might very much end up going the wrong way, which will be interesting, to say the least. But I suppose we'll have to see. Right, pop that back. And we'll put this in reverse. Where's that bell of mine? Where's the horrible bell? There it is. It is a very loud bell, even when it sounds like it's... Actually, hang on. There we go. A little better. The windows were open. Hopefully everybody is having a great Friday. I think it's a Friday. But yes, whatever day it is, I hope everybody is having a good day. Let's accelerate a little bit more. Get ourselves up to this, up to our consist as quickly as possible. Now, interestingly enough, well, I say interesting, perhaps interestingly enough for me, but maybe not interesting to anybody else, I've not recorded a single video in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So it is a little strange. Just talking on a microphone again, it is a little strange. It is not something I often do. So, yes. Come on. Anytime now. Now, in the time that I've not recorded Derail Valley, they have had another update, which I believe in the words of the developers, providing that there is no major issue that they find with this update, or people do not report major issues, report major issues. This is the B99 part of Derail Valley completed. So the main milestones of Derail Valley were Overhauled, Simulator, and B99. The next one, what I have read, is going to be B100. I have no idea what they are going to call it. I'm guessing that they're going to... I don't need to go this way. Right. How did I miss that one? I want to be going that way. I see where I want to go. Oh, because I wasn't looking for... Right, the flag was the opposite way. Got it. Should probably check a few of those then. Yes, yes, keep beeping. Anyway, there we are. B99. So I'm guessing that they're going to be calling B100 might have a better name or something. But right now, as of right now, if there are no major issues with B99, this is complete in its current form, and B100 is going to have a whole bunch of things coming to it. So it's probably going to be maybe the biggest update to Derail Valley that has ever been made. Now, because of that, it is going to take a while. I believe that the developer said that it could be up to the end of 2026, which is quite a while indeed. The time it's taking me to do this, I might end up doing this over 3 videos. I do not know. We'll see. We shall see. Now there is the station office where I need to... Can I get there and back? Hang on. Let's slow this right down. Keep slowing it down. That will do. Right. Quick run to the station office. Let's get this started. So. Here we go. The timer has begun. I have... How long for it? 68 minutes. I am on the right track, right? Now, I could accelerate a little, or I could just let it coast in. I think at this point I'm just going to let it coast in. That's a long way to go, though. No, I'm going to accelerate a little. Because I'm now doing nearly triple the speed. And time is of the essence in this title. Okay. What was that noise? Right. That was annoying. There we go. Stay in position. Good. Just wasting time over here. Hooks. And whilst that's pressurizing, that one had the brake, which is good, but I'm just going to go and check all the way down however many there are. No brakes, no brakes, no handbrake, no handbrake, no handbrake, and the final one. No handbrake. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Is that what? Yes, it is 11. Okay. Of course, I've forgotten to do something, which is really annoying, because it means I have to run all the way down to the back of the train again. And it is, put the lantern on. It's really, really important. Here we go. How do I get into the other mode again? That's it. I feel like they've improved the bloom or something. Something has changed with the lighting. Something has definitely changed with the lighting. It does look somewhat better. I've not actually read the changelog, so I'm obviously not entirely certain what it is that has changed. Right, let's just jump on board. Cab light. But you know what? That is fine. There we go. Right, now let's make sure... What was there? What is that noise? I can hear another noise and I've not heard that noise before. And I have genuinely no idea what it is. Interesting. Right, as I said, let me make sure that I'm going in the right direction. So, out of harbour and town, first junction we take a left. This one should change on its own, but it should be set to right. Straight through City South, then it is Coal Mine South, where we take a right. That one is therefore set to left. That one is set to a right. This one needs to be set to right. That will be left. Right for that. That should sort itself out, but should also be set right. Left. Now this is where there is a little bit of confusion. So... I have that set to right and then that to right, but I'm not sure whether that... I'm assuming that must cross here. That's probably that double... It's that double section. That's probably what that is, and then that should be into Forest Central. Now, for City South, I need to ensure that I'm going to be able to go through it at high speed, and Coal Mine South. So I should probably check those. Oops. And also make sure I am heading the right way over here. So City South is the first one. That noise. What is that noise? I have no idea. So we are coming in from the east and going towards the west, and it looks like that is my route through here. I have no idea what LP means, so I'm just going to assume that is fine. So we take a right, left, straight through, and then that is fine. Okay, Coal Mine South. We are coming in from the south, going to the north, and we're just going to head straight through B. So that's a left and a right. I'm assuming 6-0 is the one we want. Unless something is on 6-0. In which case, will it be safer for me to go all the way around? Probably. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around. It may take a little bit more time, but it will do. Right. Let's start cranking up some power here. One of the things that they have done in this is improve the frame rate. They still haven't fixed some of these, so that would have been really nice to have been fixed. Some of these issues. Going into a 40. Already 20 minutes into this video. It's not too bad. Can I get... I know I do a few of these, but I mean, forest traders through a forest, maybe. I don't... It isn't great. No, it really... I mean, that actually... I say it isn't great. That could work. That could be a decent thumbnail. I'm just trying to find whatever thumbnails I can. Now, that's not the button I meant to press. There we go. I'd rather not pause or unpause in photo mode. Ooh, there goes my voice. Okay. Yes, I'd rather not pause or unpause in photo mode because I have no idea what's coming up ahead of me, so it could cause issues. Now, 198 tons. It's... well, the cooling fan has just kicked in, which does appear to be working. We are managing. It's a very steep incline out of the harbour. Eventually I'm going to get those military contracts and see what that can do. But first I want to get the largest locomotive. That is what I want to do before that. Right, on to track I have never been on. Excellent. Not particularly keen on that switch. Those points are a bit... I'm not particularly keen on the points there. But we are very much underway. Just watching the back of the train as it comes around the corner. It is a long train for Derail Valley anyway. There we go. Now we can climb up to 70. So yes, I think that despite this being a longer route, I think that this is a faster route, in theory. I may have missed the speed limit because this does not seem like a 70 corner to me. Well, apparently it might have been because we've just now entered a 60. Just going along the estuary, the coast. 50, which we are doing 50, so that is fine. And the next speed limit, because I've seen the arrow, now I know the next speed limit is more than a 10 km/h increase. Where does this go? Jump down. Oh, can I not jump? Can I crouch down? Oh, that's too low. That's rubbish. Oh, okay, well, fine. Pay attention to the track. $70 and then back down. I think that 50 will do. No need to go faster than 50. Yeah, where does this go? So if that comes out from the harbour and town, it just appears to just be a lake. The map should show it. Oh, it is. It's just... Well, no. I think as we get to City South, we'll be seeing... I think we'll be seeing where it actually ends up out of the harbour. You would think the harbour would be where the city is. That would perhaps be a more logical place for the harbour. This isn't bad. It isn't bad though. Okay. 26 minutes in, but only 14 minutes into the run, with 60 minutes to play with. See? 50. Now I know what that arrow, downward arrow means. Oop, another little bit of mesh collision, mesh problems. Sticking out mesh. This actually is not as fast as I thought it was going to be. But then, yes, this is perhaps not as fast as I thought. Now, I have no idea what speed this junction is going to be at, but we are going to be approaching the city for the first time. The city in the south for the first time. And if we look out in that direction, we see mountains. Right. Still 50. Good. Locomotive there. Please tell me this middle one is empty. It is. Good. Right. So there is no ocean out there, because I'm looking out that way. It's just more mountains. For a second there, I thought I was going to plough into that, but no. So what amenities does the city have? Just a train station. Nothing else. You would at least expect a shop here. What's that? A lighthouse. Oh, there is a way out. The river continues through there. Okay. And there's a little promenade on the side of the train station with a key. I see a key out there as well. Okay. Interesting place. Oops. Small town. Very small town. It would be really, really nice if there was a way to have massive towns or realistic maps in Derail Valley. So instead of just going through something with 15, 20 buildings, something with what you can see, 300-400 buildings in terms of what you can see. Obviously, you would not want to render thousands of buildings of a city, but you also would not need to. There's a tunnel coming up. There it is. Okay, this is not as fast as I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. Oh, there is a way out. Oh no, that's back to the city. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. Cooling fan on once again. Tunnel, mouth of the tunnel, it looks a little strange. This is quite uphill. Oh, there's another mesh issue. So there are some issues that do need to be fixed, but it looks like they are not going to be fixed until the next version. I might, if I can get in touch with the developers, I might bring this up with the developers and just say, is there a way to release perhaps like a hot fix that just fixes some of the mesh issues? Sort out some of the topology perhaps. .70 going into an 80, but I'm not even able to accelerate to that. That's quite a drop. That's also perhaps worth a picture. Yep, that is definitely worth a picture. Why am I up here? This train is very long. It's longer than I was expecting it to be. Now make it look quite exaggerated. There it is. There we go. Unfortunately, I cannot put the depth of field in. What does that do? No idea. I cannot put the depth of field in without going through the options. It would be really nice if there was an option to put the depth of... Oh, I've accidentally taken 2 screenshots. Would be really nice if there was an option to put the depth of field in. I'm going to find out what that does. Okay, that did something. Anyway, back to the job at hand. I've forgotten what the key for horn is. Was it B for horn? No. V for horn? It wasn't H for horn, so I don't know what... I cannot remember what the horn was. This is... I was going to say, this is quite a long tunnel, but there's the end. So this isn't quite as long. Just slow it down a bit as we go around this corner. Now, I should probably check at this point in time where we are on the map. Okay. We still have quite a ways to go. That's a nice view. Where does that go? Let's check that out. Where does that one go? Forest South. That goes over to the Forest South. Okay. Right, given how long we actually do have to go, I think what I'm going to do is as we approach the coal mine south, I will end this video. And then in the next video, I'll do the rest of this journey and the shunting job. That is probably the best plan. Are we going uphill, or... I have no idea. This is a good view. Not exactly the greatest view at the back. Watch my speed. I know there's a junction coming, and I have no idea what the speed limit is through the junction. 50, okay, we're fine. Yep, we are fine. I say we are fine. The train is leaning a bit. Carriages all seem fine. And I'm only doing 40. Interesting. Now, with all of this in mind, it has been... Okay, soon this is going to be half an hour for the journey, which is somewhat concerning, given where we are. Well, here's the coal mine, and I am going around it simply because I have no idea if there is an open... I just cannot see if there's an open line. So I'm just going to go around and hope that all of these are marked in the correct way. Now, was there an open line through the middle? No, 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 no. There was not. Okay, it is a good thing I chose to do that then. Maybe I should have the bell on through this. No, probably not. That just seems wholly unnecessary. One thing I have not checked is that one there, which is wrong. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. That's this one that we've just come up to now. That was facing inwards. That would have been really, really bad. Okay, good thing I thought of checking that as we were coming around. But yes, that is... Was there an opening? I cannot even see anymore. No. Every single one of those lines has stuff on them. Great. Now, how long to get to the forest? Ooh, what does that home icon mean? I have no idea. Well, at this point, I'm going to end this video, so thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Derail Valley. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think, any suggestions you might have about jobs that I could potentially take or licenses that I should get. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from me, and I shall see you next time in Derail Valley, where I shall continue and complete this journey and hopefully do the associated shunting job along with it. I'll see you then.